One more minute. Awesome. Hope you all have had a great week. Good day so far. Thank you for joining us. I'm super excited about this topic. For those who have been at any of our meetings before, you may know that I worked for an incredible hospice company. I recently made the change to work for Trust and Will, and really made the change for several reasons. That it was a very hard decision. But as some of you may know, I have a baby at home, and this company is fully remote. So just being able to work from home has been really good for me and my family. So I'm excited to get to have O'Neill, who is one of my colleagues, talk to you about our services and just some partnership opportunities specifically in the senior space. What I want to do first is let's do some quick introduction. Just say who you are, where you work, and then I'm going to pass it off to Alyssa. So Alyssa, you want to start?
Oh yeah, I can do that. Hi everyone, my name's Alyssa Wong. I am the Care Navigation Program Manager at Meals on Wheels, and I'm also the membership chair.
Awesome. Michael.
Hello, everybody. My name is Michael Wilson, and I am the Communication Specialist for St. Paul's Senior Services and also a committee member with YPSS.
That's a very official title. He's a boss. Becky, you want to introduce yourself?
Sure, I'm Becky from Silver Medical Staffing. I do all the staffing for CNAs, RNs, LVNs for St. Paul's, San Ysidro, a bunch of skilled nursing facilities. So thanks for having me.
Happy to have you. Thanks for joining. Let's go to Becca.
Hi, everyone. I'm Becca. I work at Elder Help as the program's innovation manager, and I've been coming to YPSS for probably a year now. So thanks for having me.
Awesome. Thanks for continuing to be a member. We're happy you're here. Emily, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, everyone. My name is Emily. Pronouns they, she. I don't currently have, I'm a jack of all trades, currently studying at SCSU, majoring in gerontology, minoring in Asian studies. I'm currently interning both at the SCSU Social Policy Institute as well as the City of Chula Vista on the Age Friendly Business Initiative, and also a committee member as well.
You really do so much. I don't know how you do it all. Happy Thursday. Chelsea, do you want to introduce yourself? I know you just jumped on. Just do a quick intro. I can come back to Chelsea. Let's see. Sorry if I pronounce anyone's name incorrectly. Is it Lena?
Lena.
Lena.
Yes. Hi, everyone. I'm Lena. I'm with the Alzheimer's Association at our San Diego and Imperial chapter. I'm the community engagement manager there. Great to see you all.
So thanks for being here today. O'Neill and I were going to reach out to you. So look at that. Perfect timing. Liliana, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, everyone. My name is Lily, and I'm the financial analyst here at PACE for St. Paul.
Great. We love our St. Paul's PACE. I just realized that my participants are all in alphabetical order. So that makes my OCD heart happy. Don't know if it's driving anyone crazy. Lucia.
Hey, everyone. My name is Lucia. I'm a freelancer. I do my company's media with Lucia. I'm just interested in learning about the whole estate planning process. So kind of a caregiver to my father. He's 76 years old. So just kind of wanting to learn more.
Awesome. Thank you for joining. Yeah, we'll definitely go over that. And this is definitely a topic, as you know, we're recording this and we're going to share it. It's a topic that's applicable to everyone, including us. I have a will, so we'll get into that. I'll harass you about completing your estate plan, don't you worry. Mike, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. My name is Mike Acuna. I run Second Home with my brother. We're a placement agency. We cover LA, Orange County, and San Diego. I'm back in San Diego now and looking forward to getting involved.
Great. Welcome. Is this your first time with us?
Very first time.
Perfect. Well, you are in the right place. Welcome.
Good to know.
Let's see. Chelsea Kennedy, can you hear me? If you can, you're on mute. I'll make her introduce herself later. And then I don't have a name, but I just have another person from the St. Paul's marketing department.
This is me. Hello, my name is Hania. I'm the marketing admin assistant here at St. Paul's.
So welcome. All right, O'Neill, I'm going to save your introduction for when you speak. I'm Ashley Highland. I am a probate consultant for Trust and Will. Again, we'll be going over just some of the services. I'm also a committee member. Before we get started, I'm going to pass this off to Alyssa, so she can talk a little bit about membership.
Hello again. We would like to just go over the membership really quick, just because it's the beginning of the year and a lot of people join us new or they want a refresher on it. I put the membership form along with the sign-in sheet inside of the chat. I will be putting it a couple more times. I'll put it again for anyone who's joined late or needs it just at the top of the chat. We are a free group to join. We have no fees. You may incur some occasional cost if you choose to come to our happy hours and you want to buy like food there. Sometimes we get a sponsor for that. So if you want to sponsor, that would be great. And we really have all these different types of opportunities to go to educational meetings like this, but we also have those networking happy hours as well as our resource list that we send out twice a year. And then all you really need to do is participate. We ask maybe about like say half the meetings, which is about 6 meetings a year. And if you can't make it, just let us know and we'll try to work something out for you. But yeah. We're asking everyone to redo their membership form just because we know there's been a lot of changes in the past year for a lot of our members with new titles, new companies, all of those things. So that way we have the most up-to-date information on the resource list. Any questions, concerns, comments? Okay, Ashley, that's all I have.
Awesome. Thank you, Alyssa. And just to add to that, we want this group, to continue to be educational. So if there's a speaker that you want to see or you have any ideas, please just reach out to one of the committee members, myself, Alyssa, Emily, who else is on? I cannot forget. Michael. Did I forget anyone? I don't think so. Not right now. But yeah, I'll make sure my email's in the chat as well. All right. With that being said, I'm going to pass it off to O'Neill. And O'Neill, why don't you do an introduction of just who you are? And then, yeah, dive right into it.
All right. Well, thank you all for letting me join you today for a few minutes. My name is O'Neill, and I manage our partnerships here at Trust and Will. I've been in the startup space for almost 10 years now, managing partnerships and sort of growth channels for impact-related startups. Before this, I was involved in a company called Carry Club that helped place young professionals on sort of young professional boards, just like the one that you all are on here. So it's a personally like really impactful for me, and I'm like I'm glad that to be involved with a few myself, and to be a part of the conversation today, and to meet all of you who spend your extra time helping give back in different ways. So jumping back to Trust and Will, I've got a few slides to really explain what it is that we do and what we're trying to do from a strategic perspective long term, and ultimately helping every family leave their legacy. And a big part of that is partnerships. So we're looking to partner more in the hospice, senior care, home care space. And so, as you're thinking about this, please think about this for your own personal reasons, for your family, but also big picture, if there are any organizations or ideas you have as we look to sort of expand our impact to help families who are sort of approaching end of life and need to get their affairs in order. So with that being said, I'm going to jump into a presentation here, and am happy to keep things conversational. So if anyone has any questions, please feel free to jump off mute and jump in, or to use the chat feature. But with that being said, the major problems that we're solving with Trust and Will are, one, that the vast majority of American adults do not have even a basic will in place today. And when you don't have a will, there are all sort of repercussions when it comes to your family and your loved ones. It can create conflict and chaos. It can be very costly for your family in the long run. And at the end of the day, it's important for you to spell out your final wishes and the legacy you want to leave in the world. So the reason most people don't have an estate plan in place today is because of a general lack of education around what it is, why it's important, and what are the costs of not having one. Another barrier is the cost. So traditionally, you would need to go to a local attorney. You'd have to go find someone that seems trustworthy, and then pay an hourly rate to get this done. Typically with a local attorney, that can cost $1,000 or more just to set up your will, and you're looking at $3,000 to $5,000 to set up a trust if you own a home, for example. And so it's really expensive, and because of that, really easy to procrastinate on. And then on the probate side of things, most families, when a loved one passes away, will have some asset go through the probate process, at least an asset. And so the cost of probate can be very expensive for your typical family who may own a house and a low level of assets. And so and it is also very time consuming. So we're working to solve that, and we are pretty far along on our mission in doing so. So we are the largest and highest rated digital estate planning platform in the country. We've helped nearly 500,000 families in all 50 states to create their will, trust documents online, saving over 70% versus what they would spend working with a local attorney. We've raised a bunch of money in venture capital and invested it all into the user experience to make this as seamless and easy an experience as possible to finally get this thing that's been lingering on your to-do list over the finish line. So what's nice is that we've partnered with a number of leading organizations across many different industries. So AARP, we're the exclusive estate planning provider. We work with more millennial focused fintechs like SoFi, with life insurance providers like Haven Life, and other major institutions, and are now focused a lot more in this senior care and home care space to help those families that are a little bit closer to end of life. And so what we've built is a TurboTax-like experience for estate planning and for probate. So it's an entirely digital experience. That said, there's a member support team available 6 days a week to hop in, answer any questions you might have as you go through this process. We have all sorts of bank level security and encryption, so we're SOC 2 compliant. And because of that, large partners turn to us to protect the private information of the customers, their employees, their members, and to help those individuals finally get this completed. So from a product perspective, we have a two major buckets. So that estate planning piece of things, which are your wills, trusts, power of attorneys, all those important documents that that people, should get done, including their HIPAA authorization, and then additional assets to make estate planning easier, which are deed transfers. So if you set up a trust, you need to retitle the name of your home and other assets into the name of the trust. So we make that easier. And then a digital vault to store important life documents. And then on the probate side, we do estate settlement probate assistance. So, helping you to complete those forms, file those forms, and move quickly through that probate process with support throughout. And so on the estate planning side of things, there's two major packages we offer. A will-based package, it retails around $150. So you're saving a few $100 working with us versus an attorney. And it includes any document you might need, including your last will and testament, your HIPAA authorization, living will, power of attorneys. So all of that's included. And for a trust-based plan, it includes everything in your will package, as well as your revocable living trust, your certificate of trust, schedule of assets. And so these are two very comprehensive packages. We're trying to simplify the process, making sure you get all the documents you need and don't overlook a specific document that's important to you.
I'm going to interrupt you, O'Neill. So one of the onboarding things we have to do at Trust and Will is create our estate plan. So my husband and I decided to go the will-based route first. And all our bank accounts have beneficiaries just because we don't own a home yet. But I do have a son, so the guardianship was definitely very important for me. It took me a whopping 20 minutes from start to finish. And then the other great thing is I have now ensured that everyone in my immediate family has a trust, so they can avoid probate. My grandma was able to complete her trust. This was on Monday, and I think she did it in a half hour. And she said it was extremely easy and user friendly. So just a little tip there. A lot of the time, some of the people I talk to say, I don't have the time to do it. Yes, you do. You scroll on your phone for at least a half hour a day. You can create a trust or a will.
Do these have to be taken to be notarized or anything like that?
Yes, they do. So I got my will notarized at a local UPS store. And then it does have to have two witnesses as well. So I had two witnesses join us. So just got that all done. Sorry, I'm going to continue to interrupt you, O'Neill.
Nope.
I'm going to answer Emily's question about probate, just because that's what I do. So if somebody doesn't have a trust, when they pass away, their estate is going to get stuck in they will need to go through a process called probate. What probate is it's the transferring of assets to the rightful heirs. So as you can imagine, oh, if you guys could be a fly on the wall in some of my calls. As you can imagine, any bank accounts that didn't have beneficiaries listed, any life insurance that had a wrong beneficiary listed, what else? Houses, having to get title changed on deeds, all of that essentially gets stuck in somebody's name. So in order for it to get unstuck, it has to go through probate. Yeah, and it's a pain. It's a pain. Does that answer your question, Emily?
Yes, it helps a lot because I was like, wait, probate, what does that mean? So I appreciate you breaking that down.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, honestly, we could probably have a whole nother meeting about what probate is. So maybe that's something we focus on later in the year. All right, O'Neill, going back to you.
Yeah, so two packages just to make things simplified, make it easier. And then on top of that, once you create your estate plan, you have access to our digital dashboard so that you can manage all the different assets that you include in your will, your trust. So life insurance policies, physical assets, real estate, physical assets like a family heirloom you can name in there, digital assets like cryptocurrencies. So everything can be in one place. And as your life changes, so maybe you have another grandchild, or you move states, or you sell your home, you should come back and update your estate plan. So we make it really easy for you to do so because it all lives digitally. So you come back in, make a few changes, re-download your will or trust documents, and then go notarize them again. So about as easy as you could possibly, update these documents rather than having to go back to an attorney, spend an hourly rate to make small tweaks. And another key part, if you're thinking sort of end of life, is a digital safe. So for that probate process, you'll have to go dig up a deed to a home, a car insurance, or birth certificate, all these documents that are probably scattered all throughout the home of whoever passed away. And so having everything in one place securely makes the process a whole lot easier for your loved one. So you can upload any documents into this safe, and then access would be shared once you're no longer around. And so this makes that whole process a lot easier, especially as you're nearing end of life. We have that deed transfer service as well. And then probate, just some like high level facts here. A lot of people die every year, as you all are well aware, and a large portion of those will wind up going to probate. Really, most that where there's not a spouse involved, and so the cost can be expensive, and the time it can take a very long time to go through that. So we make the process a lot easier for you to digitally file all those important documents, and ultimately to move through that entire probate process, from petitioning probate court, opening the estate, notifying heirs, inventorying assets, and closing the estate, making that process a lot easier. And so there's different price points for that as well, which will ultimately save families a ton of money rather than offering a portion of what's left behind. That these are very low cost options as it appeals to the market. So those are our major offerings today, just so that you are aware of them all. I wanted to also just touch on, from a distribution perspective, how we work with partners in general, because I think it's interesting. And there's two major channels that we can do so. So one is this digital distribution. So adding a link to a website, partnering with a senior care home or a provider or hospital or whatever it may be, a nonprofit, and providing like a special discount along to those members, those customers, those employees for their estate plan, and a simple link to move over to the website to do so. And then the other option is that we've created a tool that was initially designed for financial advisors and insurance agents. But now we're looking to provide it to caregivers as well, so that they can share a link for their customers, for the people that they're caring for, so that they can take advantage of this offering as well. And there is some transparency into it for the caregiver as well. So on the digital side, it's a simple link out structure. And we can, customize a welcome banner so that the partner institution can, it can be clear that the value, the special discount is coming from them. And then we provide additional education to support, individuals going through that process, explaining through webinars and articles and videos what estate planning is, why it's important. And then from a caregiver perspective, we have this platform where you can invite your clients, you can sort of track their progress and see Have they, begun their will? Have they completed it? And just make sure that, those loved ones or those people are getting this done. And then at the end of the day, you can refer access back to the family themselves. So yeah, that's really Trust and Will in a nutshell. I'm happy to give a demo of what the user experience looks like itself, but if you all are curious or interested in setting this up for yourself, happy to pass along a discount code as well. But at the end of the day, we just want to help as many people as possible. So it's those partnerships specifically where we can reach the most people and help the most people plan and to leave their legacy. Have any other questions popped up? I haven't had a chance to peek.
Nope, not yet. Just thank you for that information. What questions, do you all have?
So Will's and Trust, Chelsea's jumping in.
Sorry. For those clients or older adults that maybe might not be as tech savvy and kind of prefer that like human connection part of the planning process, how do you guys work through those types of situations?
Yeah,
is
great
it all
question.
digital, or is there like you can talk to somebody sort of thing?
Yes, so we have a partnership with AARP where, as you can imagine, that 65 plus category, they're a little more comfortable like over the phone. And so our member support team is available via chat through the platform itself. You can send emails to them, or you can actually schedule a phone call with them to walk through any questions you have throughout the process. So make that as easy as possible for families to meet them wherever they, prefer to be supported. But at the end of the day, the platform is designed through the lens of, helping people who are closer to, their end of life. And so we've invested a lot of money into the simplicity of the platform, where it really is like, if anyone here has used TurboTax in the past, it's just as easy. It's one simple question at a time, and by the end of the day, you've completed your estate plan without even knowing it, really. So
Yeah, there's one question per page, and it's big. So, seniors could be able to see it. I know a lot of the time somebody, right, has either a grandchild, somebody from a community member, church. But yeah, that's very simple. I was fully expecting my grandma to blow me up with tons of questions. And I texted her like an hour after I knew she started. And I said, "You having any issues? Are you finished?" She goes, "I finished a half hour ago. That was great." I'm like, okay, good job, Grandma. Gold star.
it is funny how there is a perception attached to estate planning versus life insurance, whereas you're thinking on a very similar line of thinking, but estate planning just seems much more. The death component is a little much more apparent in your face, and so we're trying to remove that perception and make this more about really outlining what is the legacy you want to leave in the world when you're no longer around, all of the assets you've accumulated in your life. This is, at the end of the day, the largest financial transaction that will ever occur for yourself, but it's the one that most people just sort of overlook or procrastinate on. So we're trying to make that easier for families.
Yeah, it's definitely a hard subject to talk about too. It was interesting because I've always known kind of what I want to happen to me after I pass away. And my husband had joked, some of you may have heard this story before, but my husband had joked of, "Well, you're not going to know what I do because you're going to be gone." I'm like, "Not funny. I will come back and haunt you for sure." But when we were doing the will, part of it is final arrangements. What do you want? And so I he's probably sitting rolling his eyes that I'm sharing this with you all, because we both work from home now. But I said, like, you have to make a decision. It's going on paperwork now. So think about it. Don't think about it. If you want me to decide for you, great. This is what I'm putting. And on my will, it may say have really good champagne at a dance party. So it's completely customizable.
For sure. And you can also add whatever nonprofit is personally meaningful to you as well. So offering a percentage of what's left behind or a certain dollar amount, and, adding those organizations and making sure that, everything you've accumulated is meaningful, and where it gets distributed eventually is pretty powerful stuff. Emily, you have a question?
Not a question, or I guess it's a question, but unrelated to today. I'm the president for the Intergenerational Gerontology Alliance at SDSU. I do feel that this is very useful and meaningful for just all of us to start talking about, just even as millennials coming through, and even younger generations, because I feel old at school right now. But yeah, I feel like this is like something that we should be talking about sooner rather than later. So I was just kind of curious, would Trust and Will be open to doing a presentation at one of our meetings?
Yeah, happy to present and to pass along information to each and any of you. If you think there's anyone that might be curious to learn more, or an organization that this is especially relevant to. We wind up working with a lot of younger families as well, just because of our digital nature. It's pretty quick and intuitive for young families who may have just had their first child and are traveling still, and just want to make sure the bases are covered. It's a quick and easy and affordable way for young people to get ahead of things and get started early on.
Yeah, Emily, our founder is a very, very, very proud SDSU alumni. So if you follow any of the SDSU alumni, his name is Cody Barbo. He's normally, I think every year he's on some kind of startup alumni presentation. He was the speaker. I can never remember what that's called. He was actually my welcome speaker when I started at SDSU. So it was a full circle moment, which is cool. He left us for Texas, though.
Like, perfect. I appreciate that, because yeah, I'm in a lot of different spaces that would definitely benefit from even just the members and the attendees from this space, from like Alzheimer's to elder health to Meals on Wheels. I feel like everyone brings value to a lot of these spaces. It's just trying to get all of us together collectively into one space. So I appreciate YPSS for that. And goal is to grow it even more.
I love that. That's our whole goal. So that may be the best part about my day. Does anyone have any other questions, comments? This is something that, as we all know, especially in the senior industry field, there's a lot of home cares, there's a lot of, senior living facilities. And what we at Trust and Will want to do is be able to provide just that little extra for you. So having just a partnership opportunity, that's something that you're interested in, you can contact O'Neill. He's available 24/7. Just kidding. O'Neill, will you make sure you put your information in the chat as well?
Yes.
Yeah, to be able to provide for your clients. Again, personally, this is one thing, but definitely for your clientele, yeah, it just really helps, especially when that time comes. So awesome. O'Neill added his information.
I have one question.
Yes, please.
So for clients, I completely understand. I'm wondering if there is an argument or maybe a threshold, like for a young single person with no assets, who already has like the medical things figured out. I had to do that years ago for something else. So it's like, if something were to happen to me, I have medically, like legally who should come in for that. But is there a benefit for me doing this now, even though I don't really have anything to be spoken for if I were to unexpectedly pass? Like why, why not wait until I have a home or a child or something? Is there any benefit to just kind of getting it done and having it there?
Your like final arrangements and things like that. It sounds like you've got your power of attorney covered and all of that handled, which is you're ahead of the game on that front. But at the end of the day, it's wild how heartfelt it becomes, the going through this process and thinking about, when you're no longer around, like how would you like to like celebrate your life? Like Ashley mentioned earlier, you can include small details like, the song that plays at your funeral, or, that money goes towards an organization rather than towards flowers, or, so things like that are a nice touch as well.
Okay. And if like I said, so the POA, could I kind of take that from where it is and wrap it up with this? How would that process work?
So a lot of people do come to us saying, oh, I did set up a will, but that was 10 years ago, or that, that was before I got divorced, or something happened. And so we typically recommend for you just to restart the process. It really does take 20 minutes to move through it all, and things have changed in the past. So
yeah. All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you never know. I like the fact that this is something my husband and I are going to do every year when we do our taxes. It's going to be looking at our, estate planning and then our taxes. And we're going to do it at the same time every year. And things do change, Fortunately, people who you appointed maybe to be your power of attorney passed away or no longer should be your power of attorney. So it's good just to have that platform go in and change it.
So if you have a trust, you don't need a will, correct?
So yes, our trust offering does come with a last will and testament as well. So it all is included in that one price.
Okay.
Lena, do you have a question? Lena, sorry, I did that. I need more coffee.
No, you're good, Ashley. It's Lena. Yeah. I just had a quick question. Does your resources or website available in any other languages?
Great question. Today, unfortunately, it is not, but we have had plenty of people just use sort of that Google Translate Chrome extension to translate everything for them. But today, it's only available in English.
Okay,
That would be,
go ahead.
Yeah, that'd be good feedback to just pass along to our bosses, O'Neill.
Yeah, because I just think I'm just so aware of like the communities that I work with every day, and a lot of the barriers even to like calling us, for example, are, that they don't speak English or not comfortable using English. And so if that's available in other languages or their native language, that would be really helpful.
No, absolutely. I think it's something our team really wants to prioritize. They're just, with the legal ramifications, you want to make sure you get all those translations perfectly accurate.
Awesome. Thank you.
Great. Well, if there are no other questions, anyone else from the committee have anything, just please make sure you fill out that sign-in sheet as well as the membership form. That way, we can keep you on the resource list. Anything else from anyone?
No, but I will be contacting O'Neill. I'd like to do that for myself and my mother. She's older, so thank you.
Yeah, I'm happy if you reach out to me. I'm happy to shoot you a special discount code as well.
Thank you, O'Neill. I appreciate it.
Perfect. All right, let me make sure I put my information in the trust as well, in case anybody needs it. But I'm going to give you 19 minutes back. For most of us, it's lunchtime, so I'll take that. All right. Thank you so much, O'Neill, for taking some time out of your day to present. We'll definitely be sharing this. And yeah, we really appreciate you all being here.
Thank you all.
Thank you. It was a great.
Thanks so much.
All right. I hope you all have a great day.
Bye.